so freaking bored, nothing to do today. I guess I'll sit around and medicate. I am so freaking bored, nothing to do today. I guess I'll sit around and medicate.
Well, here we are. As long as we reviewed ZEUS IPA last, we might as well take a look at the double IPA, stepping the game up from 69 to 8.0. Thunder Boomer double IPA from the ZEUS Brewing Company. Let's see, this one says, overflowing with aromas of tropical citrus, orange sherbet, and nuances of pina colada. This double IPA is incredibly soft on the palate and dangerously easy drinking. All I can say is it better be good. Yeah, I'm at the, I had to take a break. I have been working for 3 hours on inventorying the gun collection, and for 3 hours I believe I have everything outside of the safes. I think. Tried to make sure I found everything hidden amongst the house, and okay, well, on the nose it smells pretty much like the other IPA. You know, I read orange sherbet, so I might be picking up a little bit on that. If anything, it actually, even though it's a double IPA, I believe it has a little smoother of a smell. Like if I were to smell both of them side by side, this is the one that I'd choose. Cheers. And I do like it more than the regular one. There's no booziness or warming. It seems like it's more slickerish. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I have to say that I don't hate it. Okay, straight on into the comments. First is Clyde saying first. Miles says, what the hell does your ISPA end up traveling back in time when it hits 88 miles an hour? And Clyde says, that's Joey's question. And then he says, I don't own a DeLorean. Miles says Clyde is probably first anyways. Clyde says, I am. And he says, my internet is faster than yours. I did check. I did get a notification, and evidently I just needed to reboot the whole system, and I started seeing the even faster speeds. The download is wickedly fast. I just wish they could do something about the upload, because uploading videos. As far as streaming goes, I think I'm already well beyond what is even necessary for that. But it's one of those shirts. It's almost like I envisioned that was what it was like when Sony had their Handycam that they supposedly had to stop making. That in a certain mode, it made clothing translucent. Christine's up doing her show. If you can hear as loudly as I can. Clyde says whiskey and revolution for all. Then Miles says New England style IPA. Sessions IPA, double, triple, octa IPA. Yeah, see, Miles is just not a friend of IPAs, so Rich Huff says cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Mike says cheers. Cheers to you, Mike. And cheers to those. Whiskey. See, and I never did last night what I had planned. I was gonna grab the tequila here and take the one that Rich purchased and bring it upstairs because I have both lemon and lime, and I think I'm gonna take this with and do a few of those and see how the night goes tonight. Oh, I didn't look to see if anybody had a suggestion. I don't need you. But in case you happen to be in the same category that I was, let me help you. If you are an iPhone user or an Android user, the app is available at your app store or whatever the stupid iPhone overrated piece of that one. Do a search for an app called Gun Track. It kind of works just like my password keeper. Everything is your files are uploaded to their secure server, and which means that if I download this app and put it on my tablet, well, unfortunately I have a Surface, so as far as I know, there is not an app for the computer, which would be really nice, because actually that was Cobra. Me and Cobra were talking about it, and he seems like it's a pretty good app, and I said, check it out. I mean, I'm not paid by the company or endorsed, but I can tell you this: the app was free. There's a bunch of stuff that you can unlock, and I originally thought, because I wasn't really looking at the wording, that every time you clicked on one of the extra features, here's my dashboard. I can add a firearm. I can add an ammo inventory. I don't even know what shooting is. Firearm used. Oh, this is what Rich. This is what Rich keeps notes on in his stuff. So you could put in here, and you could select. Here's my list of the firearms that I have in my account so far, so that when you're out at the range, you'd go, okay, I brought the just pick one, Eric. I'm trying to find. Okay, I brought the Ghost G17. I would be able to select from my list of my ammo. I don't have any ammo stored, but if I did, I'd be able to select from the list. It already knows that gun is a 9mm, so it already pulled that up. Type of shooting, outdoor, indoor, outing, off-grid, hunting, other. So I could say I'm at the outdoor range. Any additional details? Put the date in there. The round. How many rounds did you fire? You can add photos of targets, and you can also put in here, subtract from my ammo inventory. You can turn that on. So if you actually put that you fired 150 rounds, that will now come off of your ammo inventory. I have 3 hours into it, and right now what I have is just. And it was exactly what I said that I wanted. Here, I'll just say right now I'm going to continue on, and you're going to add a gun. Then it asks, is it a handgun, is it a rifle, or is it a shotgun? You say handgun, and up at the top it says model name, manufacturer. Is it a handgun cartridge, or is it a rifle caliber? Then you can select from what caliber it is that you're choosing. 10mm, obviously. Put in the serial number. You can put the date of purchase that you want. As of right now, everything is for today's date. You can put in the amount that you paid for it, if you remember it. Then notes, like I've put Like, for instance, the JP Killer, that's one of the ones that's outside of the safe right now. And I put on there that it had a M308 scope, it had night vision on it, and it had a Huber Concepts brake. I don't know, I just put that shit in there. And then you can add a photo. So when you go back to your vault, which is now being securely uploaded somewhere else, I can pick, well, here, because it's in my inventory and it has not been picked up and gone to Mikey yet. I have nice Thesis, chambered in 45 ACP, 1911, the serial number, and a picture of it. So, if you are looking for something like that, hell, tell them I sent you. Maybe we can start something in our little community. I don't know. Gun Track. Do a search for Gun Track. Like I said, the app is free. Just so you realize what, so far as I was adding guns, I did not have to pay for any of that. What happens is for $9.99, a one-time fee forever, and it gives you access to all of the rest of the stuff. Adding accessories, adding maintenance, firearm used from, I don't even know what this is. Oh, I can pick one of my guns, one of my own guns. Type of maintenance, the date, additional details, save. Rich, why does this sound like the kind of app that you would utilize? Gun Track. From what I can tell, it's being secured off your phone. Well, it is being secured off my phone, because right now, if I fired up one of my other anything else that's an Android, and I guess if I gave my account information out to someone that downloaded the program, if put it this way. Right now, if, say, Jim was wondering, or Nihap was wondering exactly what is in the collection at this moment in time, if you have my email address and my password, and you load this app on your phone, it would be the same as me standing here right now, pressing that button. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, and it was just trying to keep everything organized and made sure that I found everything that was in everything that was in our bedroom, Christine's side of the bed, the hidden items. And like I said, I basically just worked my way down to here. And as of right now, as long as I didn't miss something outside of the safes, I'm maybe at the halfway point. So I will see if I can spend some more time working on this either tonight or tomorrow. But the app is exactly what I was looking for. And like I said, if the most that you're going to pay to unlock all of its features is $9.99, I mean, I didn't get hit up with the there's a yearly cost for this. It's almost like this, I don't know, maybe Cobra's right. Maybe this guy is the ATF. I don't know. Under the, let's see, I think it was, About Us. It says, who's behind Gun Track? Internet cloud technology inventor and firearms enthusiast. Len Moros Jr. has over 20 years of experience working in the field of information technology and cloud computing, and he has built many websites and applications for some of the largest companies in the U.S. Len was a successful track record for building secure online cloud environments that keep sensitive and personal and business information fully secure. In fact, he has been granted a technology patent for a system of method of publishing online posts, which is a accumulation of many years of work. experience in cloud technology. Also, Len is a firm believer in God and the right of worship, a staunch supporter of the Second Amendment and the original Constitution of the United States of America. Finally, Len is a current member of the NRA and GOA, Gun Owners of America. Why I built GunTrack. Simple to use. Keep my record secure. My firearms are valuable. And it's a whole another article that, I don't know. When I find stuff that I like, I let you know. And as of right now, I would be with as much information as I've already input to find out that it wasn't working right. I would be upset. But it really, I mean, when I said I was looking for some way to input information and be able to put a picture associated with that information, and then I basically find this app, and it was like, this app is exactly what I was looking for, and the interface is awesome. You put in it, you tell it that like for instance, my FN57, that is I was actually kind of confused because I had put pistol, and then I was like, 5.7 by 28 wasn't being listed, and then it was like, dawned on me, that is actually a rifle round. So when you select rifle calibers, then it appears in the checklist. Yeah, so far it's had everything that I've needed to input into it. And like I said, right now I'm probably at about the halfway point, I guess. So moving forward, I'll just walk over to the safe and grab the next thing hanging there and bring it over here, and then I bring it back and put it in place, and then grab the next one. But like I said, I think as of right now, I have everything outside of the safe. And then after that, I'll have to start looking. I mean, there's even a way to add accessories, so I can add, holsters, and I'm assuming I'll be able to add magazines and any optics that aren't presently on something that are just sitting around. So, GunTrack. iPhone or Android users, check it out. It might be exactly what you're looking for, or maybe your collection is just starting out, and you could have, if I would have been able to have something like this in the first place as I went along, I wouldn't have to input everything now. The other thing I've noticed, and only because if you notice by my pictures, I take the picture of the gun, like for if it's the rifle, and always with the ejection side towards the camera. But which I found out, and it's not a big deal on a pistol. I mean, it's just one more step when you look at the big scheme of things of trying to do things as efficiently as possible. When the gun is laying with the barrel aiming that way, I have access to serial numbers on just about everything except for some old stuff. But I have to spin it the other way for the beauty pick. And seems how this was one of the ones that was outside of the safe because I just don't have room for it. I don't know, I might have to reevaluate something that I have in the safe, because I have to say that I have really, really fallen in gun love with this thing. I love the fact that it's shooting the AK round. I love the fact that it's using the real mags. This mag release is gigantic, and you can rake it with your thumb at the side, at the bottom, on strong side, weak side. It's just one sexy, fun-ass gun to shoot. And then, of course, like I said, me and Rich threw this thing together as fast as we could the night before. the night that we went out. So I got the ambi safety selector on it. I think this is actually I don't remember if this is a Battle Arms development or not. And ambi charging handle, and I put the Geisley trigger in it, which I never really liked having that in Alice, but in this guy, it definitely is more at home in here. Like I said, down the road, about the only thing I might see about for this guy is it's not a short barrel, so it might be better suited putting like a 1-6 or a 1-8, and it really kind of sucks right now because if I had the money, there's been some pretty damn good sales on the Strike Eagle and the latest offerings from Primary Arms. They're 1-6. I like the ACSS reticle that's in there. So yeah, it's basically, this would be the 7.62 by 39 equivalent to my Justin rifle. Kind of set up as more of a longer range than just doing the magnifier and the red dot on it. But yeah, this is just then the Huber brake. Rich, tell me all about that Huber brake, huh? And then of course the V30. I mean, I really like this stuff. I mean, I'd still find a good home for it located somewhere else down the road. But this V30, when Stephen Bush told me that you won't be disappointed, yeah, he was right. I know he likes to hear that. Stephen Bush was right. Okay. Package in, so we might as well do this. I'll read another comment. Wade, hey, been AOL for a few reviews, but I'm back now. I tried those knife auctions for a little while, but I decided to just order my own from Bud K. Amazon is my favorite place to shop now. Oh, there's so many great knife deals that you can find on Amazon. I've never made a purchase off of Bud K, just for the record. Sub-comment from McLean. I move every fourth review be dedicated to eating that ass. Guns are great, but that ass is better. Wade says, I second the motion. And then McLean says, I knew I could count on your vote, Wade. Wade Rick. Okay, this is for the red-headed stepchild. Uh-oh, this is no good. I hope it's upstairs stuck to my couch, or I'm going to be very upset that I don't have my ZEUS knife. I usually don't lose knives, and if I lost that knife, I threw this on the old ceramic. This is the box from the laser aim from the auction company. Model 1025 is a 10 millimeter. There's a 4023, a 4025, a 4523, 4520, 25. Finish stainless. I guess I don't know if that box was like homemade or a parts list. Requires a gunsmith to install. Laser aim arms. Additional maintenance notes. Congratulations on owning a quality laser aim pistol. Your new laser aim pistol has been designed with very exact tolerances to produce the most accurate pistol possible. They recommend you cleaning your pistol every 100 rounds. After hundreds of rounds, the adjustable sight screw, not windage and elevation screws, may require the use of thread sealant, such as Loctite number 242, to prevent the loss of the screws. We have a quality control tag. We have how to install the laser aim laser. Laser aim hot dot. Oh, here's the laser aim device on a Smith & Wesson. Nice. You could get it for oh, what's that on it? Dan Wesson? Must be. Laser aim sights. So they were making sights for all sorts of things. Here's the Auto Illusion Electronic Red Dot Sight. 30 millimeter red dot sight. Fits all guns and bows. Automatic brightness control. And then of course it's sitting on a very cool vintage. Actually, they still run something similar to that. Look at the size of that red dot mounted on the Desert Eagle right there. Wow. Looks like a soup can. I would absolutely love to be able to get my hands on that mount. That scope mount though is kind of badass. But I think it would be cool to have that original laser for it. Wow. I have to say though, some of their guns were definitely pretty badass looking. They did make the 10 millimeter version with all those lightning cuts and the ported barrel sticking out the end. 10 millimeter 5-inch fixed, 10 millimeter 5-inch fixed. Laser sight combo. Yeah, that's what the laser is supposed to look like, and it attaches to the trigger guard, and then the on-off switch poke through that hole in the middle of it. Is there a date anywhere on any of this? Little Rock, Arkansas. So, what the fucking oxygen auction company just forgot to ship the gun in its original box? I don't know. I have heard some stories of some of these auction companies. Just trying to see if anywhere on here there's a date, like. Okay, well that's cool as hell. And you probably don't even want to know how much this gun was brand new back then. Yeah, put this put it there where it's out of the possibility of flooding. I'm extremely sad right now. ZEUS, where's the knife, ZEUS? Shit. Okay. Don't worry, I won't dwell on it until the brew review is over and I can go look. Gillian. Mike says, I love my Taurus PT47-7, my G2C 9mm 15 round plus and 17 round plus mags. The only thing I don't like about it is nobody makes night sights for it. Very sweet shooter with no problems, nearly 200 plus rounds through it. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm gonna go back to the G2C as my work carry for a little while. More rounds and it weighs less. Like my backup pistol is a Ruger LC9 Pro 10+1. Mike, since you love the Luth AR parts, Eric, you would love the chubby AR bench rifle grip. And you need to get yourself one. Yeah, I believe it would be a good grip to put on the 24-inch. I mean, hell, it already has the Luth AR fixed stock on there. Salty, gonna have some sushi with my nakedness. This 27 says, what's your favorite naked sushi? And Tardicia says, sushi is best naked, not stirred. Mike says, I love the 30-06 Savage rifle I won, but the ammo to feed her nowadays, wow. Yeah, that's what Matt says. Miss 27, all the other video places suck. Then he says 20th place, which means I evidently only have 60 more comments to read. Then he says intro lady is nice. Then he says no multi-gunman, disappoint. Din Scourge says rum and naked delusion for those that watch Beerfest and fire on E3. Rich Huff, you have seen me taking detailed notes at the range, so you know I have a gun inventory and history on both of these formats. I think you would be very impressed with the app. Zippy says get a 357 SIG barrel for the G23. I believe that isn't the first time that has been recommended, Zippy. Yeah, I mean, I don't relish the idea of having another caliber in the collection, but I really do. I really did enjoy shooting the 357 SIG when I had the opportunity.
Watch your body! Watch your body! Watch your body!
Smile money. You be you, Eric, and you are a friend. The world just needs more flatulence. Well, technically, it's bad for the planet, but a little global warming in Minnesota may be a good thing. Yeah, it's been kind of chilly today. I think we're supposed to start a little bit of a warm-up. This morning when I left the house, it was 14 degrees. Hey, Google, what's the temperature right now?
In Duluth, it's currently 28 degrees. Due to current wind conditions, it feels like it's 21.
Oh, it's still not bad, really. Rich, am I going to be able to drive through Il-Nazi next time I visit with my usual truckload of toys? See, now some people thought I was crazy for going up and over, up into the UP and down and around because I didn't want anything to do with Il-Nazi. It's a good question. I mean, we've all heard nightmare stories about a guy who had some firearms in his car and got pulled over going through New York, and next thing you know, he's in huge legal problems. This is the United States of America, man. We shouldn't have this. You know, if it's the United States of America, the rule of the land, first of all, it should be the Constitution, but we'll try to make it a pleasant and uplifting session. Maybe I should have done the tequila shots before nope, I told myself well, see, at one point in time, I was going to have to do everything I've done on that app on a piece of paper or into some kind of a spreadsheet program or something. And I'm so glad I found that app. It just made it so nice to have one place that allowed me to do everything that I wanted to do. Poco says, I love blowjays. Then he says, oh hi. Then he says, have you seen the bum since you gave him the bottle? No, I actually have not, Poco. But let's just keep that between us, okay? Where were you on? Matt Davis says, I'm broke, drunk, and tired, and I just want to hear your voice. Laugh out loud. Well, okay, Matt. I'll tell you what, Matt, just kind of cozy in a little bit. So, Matt, and then I slid off your panties. And, oh, maybe that's not what you wanted to hear. No. Richard, Eric, you have more honesty than YouTube. Smile Money says, well, dang, Rich, that comparison is is that a backhand compliment? It's like suggesting that Eric has more honesty than Jesse Smollett does have race relations. Rich, Have you ever considered having a bucket of sand to receive a basement pop? It used to be a real thing. A bucket of sand to receive a 1911 test discharge. Well, see, Rich, if you're gonna go, see, I've watched the Yankee douchebags videos. My thought is this: if you're going through all of the effort to what, I mean, it's one. Are we having a basement pop into a bucket of sand? Because that's completely different than having to always aim my gun into a bucket of sand when I've already looked and it's empty. So I'm getting mixed messages from you, Rich. I don't even know where we're at right now. Maybe I need a hug. Didn't Yankee Marshall talk about how one time he shot into his bucket and it came right off the side and bounced off his basement floor? Let's build like a range now. See, I just need to avoid anything that makes the sound of a gun going off down here, unless I'm by myself and know she's not going to watch this video. Like right now would not be good. Sub comment from Smile Money. Rich, an airsoft discharge is not even allowed by Christine. A blank pop would a blank pop was even out of question. A bucket of sand spell or a bucket of sand. How do you spell marital problems? What? Come on, seriously? At what point do you sit back and go, gosh, I wish my girlfriend had breasts the same size as a chihuahua. At least she can cook. Okay, this is the shit that I like here. You know, Smile Money, you're right. The fun banter, you know, the stuff where Chuck isn't involved, you know, that kind of stuff is fun. I have to say, he has been a little bit better because he's been more of a kind of throwing stuff out there and answering questions kind of a guy, which is just more proof that he actually can't have fun banter with always going straight for your jugular, which becomes non-funny. Rich, yes, the dagger grips are more ergonomic, comfortable than the Glock grips. EMT Railfriend, Golf 7, and... wow.
Watch your body! Watch your body! Watch your body!
Okay, I'm confused if, like, a whole bunch of... G7 is a hit. Okay, sometimes when weird shit happens, I start to wonder if, like, I missed something, or what. Yeah, Poco. Poco, someone sent me a grip. The AR build is on. Or... damn right. Okay, I cannot... do you know that in New York they have introduced a bill that will make gas ovens illegal moving forward? If you already have it, supposedly, now I can see this happening too. I mean, can you imagine the infrastructure for the supply line to get gas from point A to every single place that there is a range in New York City? But yes, you heard me right. The infinite wisdom of the See, Smile Money, Tardisius, and all the rest that, like, see, I know I already had one, but like to, me to be able to communicate without using an F-bomb, but it's really hard to discuss some of these effing Democrat. So, moving forward, if it passes, you will no longer be able to buy a gas oven in New York. So the memes are just coming out. Nobody needs a 6-place burner with a griddle. You can't make this stuff up. Okay. Redneck. My gun database used to be great. I used it for years. I did everything you are looking for, but now it's defunct. He apparently closed shop. Gun track. It's answering all of my inventory prayers. Redneck Greens Captain, sorry, forgot to say hi. Redneck. Redneck says,
Fuck your body! Fuck your body! Fuck your body!
hang on. Yeah, Gunwild. Right on, baby. Okay. Redneck says, oh, I already got that, but I really like the way this sounds.
Fuck your body! Fuck your body! Fuck your body!
And hashtag red mist. Oh, look at all that dark matter in there, William. I guess you know how I feel about this. I'm not going to be able to share with Matt because NIHAP only sent 2 of these. You know what? Screw Matt. And Smile Money, I did edit that, by the way. Had some smooch on the bottom. Redneck 3743 looks like she was eating pasta and leaned over too close to the plate. Okay, you have me bi-curious. Okay. The other possibility is she made a pizza and some pepperoni stuck to her chest. As I'm standing there holding the dagger. McLean, hey Shark. I met a woman from Barbent, or maybe it was Brenda. I don't know. I'm not a brain scientist. Are either of these places near you? Everything in Holland is close. The country is about 150 miles wide and 200 miles long. Barbent is a province down south bordering to Belgium, and Breda is a city in that province, about an hour drive or so. Hey McLean, if you have questions for Sharky, why don't you email him and stop wasting my time? Gunwild, hashtag red mist. J-Dog's here at work. J-Dog. Gunwild, 1 hour, 11 minutes, 14 seconds. God bless America. God bless America. Yeah. I like to sign that declaration. See, right now, I'm describing how big Joey's penis is not. Gunwild. Golf 5. G5. G5 is a hit. Oof. J-Dog. My VP9 gets the most carry time since I got the Armor Guard holster. Stop toying with my heart, J-Dog. I think I've made this comment. See, I'm in a catch-22 scenario here on the whole VP9. I would make it my full-time work gun. I like it that much. But in the amount of time that I've carried it, I'm already starting to put a little wear in the end of the slide where it rides. It's probably in the holster, and every single time I move, it probably rocks just enough that it touches the slide right there. Now I know I have actually been yelled at by NIHAP when he said, these are carry guns, these are like tools. But I still have a problem sometimes. Some guns are just so good. The VP9, here's my exact thoughts. I really like those titties. The VP9 is such a nice gun. It's one of those ones that you'd kind of wish that if you could afford to, you'd buy two. You'd buy one that you'd carry. I'd carry it as a work gun. Large capacity. My backup mag that either for a long time I was carrying a backup mag on me, and it's just got to be just kind of a pain in the ass for work. And now I just kind of keep a backup mag or two in the center console of my truck, which means, like when we go to lunch, Greg always drives, so I don't have a backup mag, that kind of thing. What I really like to do is have that backup mag be, even a leather extra holster if I can find one that doesn't like. When you're working, you may be on a ladder 1 minute. You may be laying under a sink and everything. If you've ever worked under a sink and in the role of a plumber, then you already know what a pain in the butt it is. Especially if I'm in some residence place and now I'm. They're standing over me and I'm like this going, God, I really hope I haven't just completely uncovered the gun. I mean, then again, I don't care because I've made it well known everywhere I've worked. If you ever want to get rid of me, just announce that moving forward we will no longer be able to carry, and that is the day you can go F yourself, and then I leave. But the VP9, I like everything about that gun. It's a great shooting gun. It feels great in the hand. It has large capacity. You can get magazines that are, what the hell is the one that I have for it? It's gigantic. And I saw a video from a guy, and I have to say, I fully agree. And I never even thought about it until now. Like for instance, if I don't have this on my belt, I have it in my pocket like this because it makes a lot less noise, and then dirt and debris doesn't get packed into the end of the bullets. But what I really loved about the logic of his video is this is my defensive rounds. I have, this is actually all Grizzlies. This is my defensive rounds. When this mag is empty, it is no longer a defensive shoot. Am I wrong? It has now moved on to something where there is a lot more rounds happening. So why does your backup mag need to be anything but Full Metal Jacket? I mean, do you really have to be carrying hollow points as your backup mag? I mean, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead. But until I watched this guy's video and he's like, yep, my backup mag is just Full Metal Jackets. And he goes, because after my gun is empty, it is pretty much no longer a defensive shoot. It is now a gunfight. He's right. But, you know. Steven, I'd buy a Battleship game to play along, but I watch the videos at home or work, and that'd be hard to remember the called numbers if the board isn't with me. I guess I'll keep pile driving the Colonel Mustard in the study. Sharky says, I have this little portable vacation board thing. Would fit in your pocket. Steven says, damn, you're dedicated. And Clyde says, pile drive him with the candlestick. Okay, too far. Chuck, your way or the highway ? Is that the same as controlling the narrative? First of all, I'd like to point out that where, Chuck, did I ever say the words my way or the highway? I never said that, and I hate it when people put words in your mouth, manipulate. It's the same shit with any of the stuff that we've ever done in the past, and people hear someone say one thing, and all of a sudden it changes everything. I never said it's my way or the highway. If you're talking about me running my channel, it's either I be me or I'm not. And one of the most important things that I have followed true on was when Pete told me back before I ever uploaded my first video, and he said, stay true to yourself. And I've seen so many fake people on the internet. You see them, hey, yeah, 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 and in real life, like for instance, Hick Dick 45. Everybody that has ever met that piece of shit in real life has told me he is a walking cunt. So I am who I am. If I try to put a filter on and not drop 27 F-bombs, then that's my decision. If it doesn't fucking happen, Chuck, that was my decision. So all I said was, I'm going to continue to be who I am and not what other people expect. I never said it was my way or the highway, controlling the narrative. Yeah, I guess I do control the narrative in a way, though, Chuck. After all, it's my channel, is it not? God, it takes like about 5 seconds for you just to be a dick all the time. Just delete them. Just block them. Be so much easier. Yet, here I am. I keep... controlling the narrative, Chuck, is why you're not blocked. Cold-hearted bastard. Oh, but not Chuck. Says, 2 thumbs up and 2 shots. Sharkay says, cheers all. Lightweight AR on deck and a ton of pistols. None of those have been inventoried yet. Sharky, congrats over here to Salty. Sharky, if I could carry a gun and own as many as I'd like, I still think I'd just carry one and shoot that one too. So to master that one, the rest would be for fun. And probably a stash gun or 2 or 3. But that'd be the same as a carry gun for circumstances. Yeah, well, Sharky, I guess I kind of screw that up because I noticed that when I actually went to start collecting things, that I have an awful lot of things that I enjoy carrying. And some of it is just, you know, I mean, I'm not a gun expert by any means, but I have a YouTube channel, and if I am anything, I stand down here and I can at least speak my mind. Like, for instance, I really like that app, and I told you about it. And when it comes to a gun, I can simply, just like with the beer, I can tell you what I like and what I don't like about certain guns. And you know, some people get all giddy over a Glock, or they get all giddy over a Taurus or a Ruger or well, whatever. And I guess I just kind of bounce all over the place because there's some things that I really, really enjoy, and then there's other things that just seem to work well for me. Like the VP9, you know, it's, you know, when you set it on the counter and set it next to 10 other guns, I mean, they all pretty much have everything in common. So what sets one thing apart? You know, and it's the total deal with that gun. I like the way it feels in my hand. I like where the where all the controls are, little things like the little extra paddles for the charging of it. If your hands are, you know, you're wearing gloves, or you just recently cleaned the gun and now it's raining and everything's slick, it's just, it has advantages. I like the sights on it. I like the trigger on it. I like its capacity. It's just it's accurate. I mean, obviously it's more accurate than me. But it performs well for me. But there's other things I still like. For instance, the Taurus, the little Taurus, I find that to be accurate. I find it still, I mean, it's never out at the range with everybody holding it, shooting it, different situations. It's never had a fail of any kind under any situation. And it's definitely a smaller gun, less bumping into doorways. I mean, I'm refinishing hardwood floors now on the project. You know, hundreds. By the time I'm done, I'm going to be hundreds of hours into this, and doorways and this, that, and the other thing. And the 4043 is a fairly large gun, and I mean, it has the alloy frame, but it's still a stainless steel slide. And I shoot it well, but you know, Jim sent me something that I could feel comfortable as a daily carry, as a good work carry, without feeling bad about beating it up. That's true. I mean, anything I can do to that, I'd simply look at that and go, God, if those sights weren't such a pain in the ass to drift off of there, that might be a candidate, because NIHAP was asking me if I had a chance to try the is it Cerakote that was sent, and no, but that'd be kind of a cool project to Cerakote the 4043, make it flat dark earth. I think it'd look pretty freaking badass. That's one of the things I really like about that FN 510. I only have one gun that's in a flat dark earth, and that's the Ghost gun. On the other hand, if I had that FN 510, I would I believe I'd actually take it in the direction of making it a carry gun that could double as your bedside gun. So I would put optics on it, which now you're in the $2,000 range for the gun and optics, and put a light, maybe even a light laser combo, like the maybe I'd just save on money. I'd use one of the two laser light combos that I have, and then obviously I'd need Pete to build me a holster, so it would come down to, does Pete have a blue gun for a 510? Well, nobody even has a 510 yet, so I know Pete wouldn't have a blue gun for it. Then it would have to be the light. You know, the Olight laser light combo that I got from Rich. God, it pains me just to say this, but it was from Rich, so I can speak. I can speak plain. I really like that over the Streamlight because it's much smaller. So when it comes to being in a holster or just being, getting used, it disappears more on the bottom of the gun. That Streamlight, that does not disappear on the bottom of anything. The FN is a fairly large gun, and it's like, here I am, baby, here I am. Actually, right now the Streamlight's back on Ed's gun, the 4006. The FN, because that has been documented. That was an out-of-safe item that actually just has an Olight flashlight on it, and that's in my bug out get home bag with Alice. Alice will get me wherever I need to go. Sharky, 4650 guns. What guns? I see no guns. I know what you're talking about. Sharky. Oh, sorry. I should see. Oh, yeah. That's why he sees no guns, because all he sees is that ass. 1 hour, 2 minutes, 47 seconds. I have a whole box of batteries down here. Just no double A's. Just like there's no double A on that. You know, it'd be funny, the day that the Sharky, someone brings up a picture of a girl they really like and it coincides with the one on screen. Sharky, 1 hour, 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Our souls are good. She isn't a ginger. See more pics of her. However, our wallets are screwed, not to mention the imminent heart attack. I'm okay with that. Right about now, I would certainly rather tell you that, or I'd rather my friends told you that I went out that way as opposed to carrying a refrigerator up some stairs. Sharky, I'm almost done with the review, he says. Review has 12 minutes left. Every woman would love those stats. I'm almost there. And then there's 15 minutes action left. That must be how the Irish compensate. Jerky. Best fart I've ever encountered was when I was about 14. I was over at a mate's house. We were watching a movie on TV, and he sat on their hardwood floor. He ripped one off, and I could feel the floor tremble on the couch about 7 yards away. His mom got all pissed off, and his dad loved it and almost rolled off his chair. Epic times. Sharky, Golf 6, G6 is a hit. And that puts the carrier on the bottom of the ocean, and we are, you guys, are now in search of but one. So that's Sharky, EMT, Sharky. You know, Sharky, I have to give extra kudos for you because you are working at a disadvantage. If there is but one possible shot left on a ship, and it happens at the very beginning, like at the beginning of the review, all you have to do is have one. You have had more situations like that, and you are on a 7-hour delay. Sharky, SH, and a nice outro, babe. Guess the screw tube goons haven't found you yet. Back in the day, she'd be pulled. Miss 27 says, I think you win for top commenting. Yeah, we're gonna, you know, I'll do my best to stay off of the third rail as much as possible, for the sake of the channel. I still think if we ever live in a world where we cannot have a discussion about the fraudulent shit that our government is doing against us, then we are officially in a third world country. And I feel in a lot of ways we are already there. Because is it that these companies like YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, they're afraid of the government, or they're willing to be a participant in the manipulation and fraud of our government? Either way, shame on them, because it's the United States of America, and it's just sad to see some of the stuff that goes on. Last comment, Mr. Mark Mac 85 on the Creeper's Pet. Maybe Tunnel to Towers organization. They do so much for our military and law enforcement that have fallen, paying off home loans for these families. Well, it's always nice if somebody knows somebody so that we can talk to somebody. All right. Again, in the real scheme of things, I would not say, if you found this, that it is a serious, hard-hitting IPA. It's like a lawnmower brew IPA. Yes, it has all of the things that it needs to compete, but it's... See, now somebody out there might be going, oh man, he's just ripping it. For me, I'm not a huge IPA fan. I either want it to be over the top, and I'd prefer them when they're really, really natural. Like, you can almost envision seeing chunks of real hops floating in that beer. That's sort of what I remember about Piney the Elder. Never seen it since Sonoran Desert Prepper sent me a couple of them. Does the beer even exist? Has anybody ever had Piney the Elder? It's an 8, and I'm going to give it an 8, even though it's a double IPA. It's an IPA. It's smooth. It doesn't have. It's quite refreshing. I have to save a couple of these cans though to see if they're even. This is from New York. Well, the first attempt here, I got the top layer. I'm getting 2 different layers of the sticker. Oh, here we go. Did I already save a ZEUS, or... Oh, come on. Do not leave all your sticky on the can. Okay, there's the creepers. I did not save a ZEUS. It seems like, for some reason, I just feel like this needs to be in more of a... You know what? I'm going to put this one right here, and I'm going to put the other ZEUS right next to it. Before I... Okay. Wow, this is really a thing. Okay, in the club. First in is Rich. And that was 1 hour ago. Oh my god, really? If you don't like it, the second hour is always free. Rich says, cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Rich. Smile Money says, cheers, clubbers. Smile Money? Smile Money? Some damn good food for thought comments. Appreciate it. like I said, I am going to try and stay off of the third rail on getting the attention of the dark side. That does not mean that I am not going to be who I am. So, every now and then, if you have an issue with, I am who I am. That's all I said. I never said, oh, I'm going to control the narrative. Yeah, whatever. Control this. Uh-oh, Sharky. I see freckles. I see... Gunwild says, cheers and beers, bitches! And J-Dog says, Heart Club, Mr. Holster. I'm going to hit the button and adios myself, because I need to get this taken care of before I plan on hanging out with Christine tonight. And her topic was if you could do one illegal thing and get away with it, what would it be? Okay, cheers. Probably see you tomorrow. Hopefully by the time I see you next, I will have the at least the guns inventoried. There's no way there was only one gun when I opened the box. The G2. Yeah, the G2. I put it back in its original box with a holster, and I just wrote G2 with holster. I don't know. Seriously, if you're looking for some way to document and inventory your collection, check out Gun Track on either for iPhone or at the Play, Google Play, or the Google App Store. I'm really digging it, and it looks like it's to get the whole program, you're full in at $10 forever. Cheers. Cheers to you too.